Hello there. Thank you very much for coming to this video. I thought I'd show you real quick in this video the large challenges of law firms as well as how I would solve them using Whop Content Rewards. Because it just so happens that I was scrolling on Whop and then I found this Mark Breyer clips where it's husband and wife law team. So it's essentially a husband and wife law firm that is promoting their service on Whop Content Rewards. And I know all this sounds quite strange. You probably don't know what I mean. So let's run through this and see and tell you why this is absolutely brilliant. So to start off, I just did some research and I found that the largest challenges that law practices or law firms face is, according to this study, acquiring new clients or new businesses. And the fourth one is cost control and expense growth. And then in this other one, we can see that the top three is getting new clients, time management, and billing and collections. And I just realized that all of these things is something that Whop Content Rewards can help massively with or even eliminate entirely. So how I would do this if I had a law firm and I wanted to get new clients, minimize my costs, and get more free time on my hands, then this is exactly what I would do. So I would use Whop Content Rewards. Now, what is Whop Content Rewards? It's a very new thing. It's definitely something that will explode. And if you see this from a year from now, well, I kind of feel sorry for you then because this is something that's just growing by the day and giving everyone amazing results. So Whop Content Rewards, it's like paid ads, but a lot better because we know now that when someone wants to get a new client, whether it's a law firm client, whether it's a e-commerce client, or whatever client it can be, we're using social medias for that because everyone's on social media nowadays. We know that billboards and all that is outdated since long ago. So what we do then is we pay for ads on these platforms to get people to view our content for a price that we pay to the platform. And this, of course, doesn't really have any trust to it because there's no one that is standing behind this advertisement. It's just someone that is seeing an advertisement as the consumer. So it's very low trust, as well as the cost for that is very, very large because to these platforms like TikTok, Instagram, I don't know, Reddit, Facebook, or whatever it can be, you're paying upwards of $10 to $15 for 1,000 views, which is very expensive. So what I would instead do, and I recommend everyone to do, is to use Whop Content Rewards. Because Whop Content Rewards, it's like paid ads, but a lot better. Because instead of paying these platforms to push out your content, you're opening up an opportunity for creators to get paid to post your content. Because this way, you have all the benefits of organic marketing, with all the trust that comes from it, with all the creators standing behind it, and with all the thousands of creators that can use and promote your content, which drives a lot of credibility to your brand and actually gives you some trust to the clients you want to acquire. So it's essentially like organic marketing, but in a paid ads format because you don't need to do the organic videos yourself. And then the best part of this is also, since you're paying these creators, they're getting paid to post content that you want them to promote. And in return, they're getting paid and you're also getting new clients. And since this is something that isn't to these large platforms, you're actually paying upwards of 10% of the price. In some cases, even lower. Like we can see here that this law firm are paying $5 per 1,000 views, and they have accumulated 2.3 million views with $7,500. Now, if you want to use $7,500 on a marketing platform, then of course at a $10 per 1,000 view cost, which is probably on the lower end even. Like I would even argue that a more reasonable cost is probably $15 for law firms, but let's say it's $10 even. Then for 7,500 views, and we divide that by 10, times that by 1,000 to get the views, then we can see that they would have gotten 750,000 views. But since they've used Whop Content Rewards, they've accumulated 2.3 million views. So they're paying a third of the price, and these are also some of the people that have a very generous content reward. I would argue these people could probably pay half, and they would still have a lot of creators that would still run and promote their content. So not only are the results better, but the cost is a lot lower as well. So overall, you can spend upwards of only 10% of your regular marketing budget you would use for paid ads, and you would get the same results or even better results even. So, and that's why I would say that Whop Content Rewards definitely is the next best thing. And how I would do it to get started, it's super simple. I can show you this in a minute, and then it's up to you to take action. So what I would do is I would go to whop.new. Once you're at whop.new, you're going to create first and foremost, create a Whop account. That is just like signing up with anything. You can do that with Google. You can do that with just email or whatever the case is. Now, when you have created a Whop account, which I already have, of course, then you can go to whop.new and just create your Whop. Now, to create a Whop, that's essentially is creating a community, and this community is going to be hosting your content reward, which you'll be using to promote your firm or your whatever you want to promote. So you would then just click create new organization, answer some super simple questions. Just let's name this. You can change it later if you want to. Tell people what this is about. Now I'm not going to create a Whop because I already have 4, but then it was tell them what it's about, and then just add a Whop link, and then you would get a Whop, and that's pretty much it. Then afterwards, you would want to go to let me move this. You'd want to go to the discover page on Whop. Now let me just put this here. Once you've done creating your Whop, you can of course make it prettier and design it if you want to, but it's not obligatory. Then you just go to content rewards, click the plus sign, and select your correct Whop you've just created, and then you just fill in the information. Now, all of this is super self-explanatory, and if you have any questions about this, ask them in the comments below, and I'll happily show you what everything means. Only thing that I recommend you strongly is to be very specific in the requirements section here, because let's say if you are a law firm, then, well, of course, you want to actually have clients in your local area that you can represent. And it's not everyone that is an international law firm. So let's say you're only a US-based law firm. Then you would, of course, say that the audience must be, I don't know, 80% plus from the US. Or that the videos must have a call to action to our website. And just be specific what you're actually looking for. And now when you fill in all of this, you would just click continue, top up what the budget you want to spend on this content reward, and then you're live. Then the final step is just to open this content reward up to everyone, and then Whop will push it out to the correct creators to create content for you. Or you can invite specific creators that you want to be using this content reward. And no, before you think it, this is not something either that people are going to be able to steal your budget, because for each submission that gets submitted to this content reward, you'll have to manually approve it. So you actually are in complete and utter control of what kind of content is being produced and what kind of content is getting paid. The only thing that, of course, I would imagine Whop as well would say is to be fair with your creators, because like both you are trying to make money, they're trying to make money, and everyone's is trying to profit together. So be fair, set good requirements, and just be specific what you're looking for. And that is something where you and the creators can create a long-lasting relationship where you're both just making a lot of money off each other. So yeah, that's how I would use Whop Content Rewards to promote any law firm and absolutely explode that law firm, because this is something that is incredibly untapped. We have the case study of a law firm here which already has 3 times the results for 1/3 of the cost that they would have from paid ads. So just get on this if you have a law firm. If you don't, then well, you can use this for other cases as well. I recommend this overall. And if you have any questions, just let me know and I'll happily get back to them in the comments below. And with that said, I hope you have a really good day and take care.